If we are talking about optical connectors, there's a whole variety of standards out in the market. What most of the connectors have in common is they need physical contact. When mating the connectors, the end faces really touch each other. To have an optimum performance, optical performance, they need a certain end face geometry. If you want to find out more, stick around and we'll find out. One of the main parts of an optical connector is the ferrule. This is a precision machined ceramic part which has a borehole in the center, and the fiber then is inserted with some adhesive, and after curing the end face is polished, and it's polished with a radius of 5 to 25 millimeter. Now the question is, why do we do this radius, or why do we need this certain end face geometry? And in this picture up here you can see there are two ferrules mated to each other, and if there is the radius on both sides, this means the physical contact is in the center of the fibers, and we have an optimum transition point for the light. Now let's go to reality. In reality, in the polishing process, it may happen that we have a certain offset of the center, so of the highest point from the polishing, the so-called apex. And the standard says the apex offset can be up to 50 millimeters. What does this mean for the connector itself, or for the connection itself? Let's go to this sketch. Here you can see the connection of, on the right side, we have a ferrule with an optimum polish. So this means the highest point, the apex, is in the middle, in the center of the fiber core. On the left side, we have a certain offset of the highest point. In the end, for this connection, we also have a physical contact. It's depicted with this orange point here, but the physical contact is not in the center of the fiber core. But this doesn't matter in reality, because the gap in this case between the two fiber cores is that small that the light can travel without any problem from one fiber to the other. It's kind of tunneling. As a connector manufacturer, we have to make sure that our connectors are obeying the standards. And now the question is, how can we measure these things like apex offset and radius of the end face? If you want to find out, let's go down to the clean room. So now we are here in the production area. And as one of the first steps after the polishing and cleaning process, there's the automated end face inspection, where scratches and things like that can be detected. This looks fine, and so we can go on to the 3D scope. It's an interferometer to characterize the end surface, or the geometry of the end surface. First of all, let's look for the right focus. Right, perfect. And then we can start the measurement. And as you can see immediately, this looks good. It's a pass. We have a ferrule radius and surface radius of 14.5 millimeters, and the apex offset is 19.3 micrometer. So this connector is fully in spec from the geometry of the end face. I hope you learned something today. If so, please leave a comment below, and see you in one of the next videos.